what I loved is you mentioned the theme of vulnerability multiple times. Now, as a man, you said you really try to impress upon your kids like honesty, being able to kind of look within yourself. Well, your sport is one of the most vulnerable sports. You're out there by yourself. The lights are super bright. You don't have a team to rely upon, right? One of the beautiful things I think I would say about our country, which is in a bad spot right now, I think we'd all admit, right, is that we do a great job of forgiving still, right? We love a great retribution story. We're seeing it right now. The biggest story in sports today, and it's absurd, but it's the NFL coach who had like an adulterous relationship with a reporter over the last 5 years, right? What do you feel about athletes today who kind of, the theme is, I'm not a role model? A lot of them carry themselves as that, you know?
So I'm gonna be honest. You
Yeah.
know, the problem is us. Who are you following? I'm telling you, man. I hate men don't respect women. I want to fight them. I want to fight them.
You probably have a lot of them.
Yeah, but I mean, if you don't respect a woman, you don't respect life. Who brought you to this world is, of course, was a relationship. It was natural. You have to respect a woman. And the problem with the athletes is just this. Look their pedigree. Look where they come from. Look their parents. The problem is they don't want to break the cycle. If you see the life of Israelites, you see how they came from this place where they're slave, and God start blessing them, and they start, please bring me back to Egypt. Bring me back, complaining. Even Moses made a mistake. What God does? No one made it. Only 2 guys, Joseph and Caleb. So we need to understand that life is going to end. I don't know when, but it's going to end. And when it ends, I always have a question. Where are you going? So athletes need to understand their career, they're going to end. Their career is going to end. But what they are doing, they are creating monsters. Look, America. They do sports to make money and be famous. That's not the point. The point of sport is to struggle, to face trials, to understand that life is hard. Why athletes, they transfer to business? They want to be involved with something that is make people addicted. They don't want to do something great, creating a business that can help people. Everybody makes people slave. Slave of what? Slave of something that's not going to make you better. But I feel like money, it's not the problem. The problem is the love of money. The money is never the problem. If you put the money in the right person, we're going to have a great return. But if you put in the money in the hand of so we are rewarding the reward system now, this algorithm. I'm not going to mention names, but some guys, they're so nasty. And they are the role model of masculinity. Come on, man. Mm-hmm. That's the problem. The problem, we're not teaching the kids. So my kids, they are warriors. They are men of God. They are not perfect at all. They're imperfect. But I train my kids. Because if you don't train your kid's going to be a mess in the world. So I think the biggest issue in sport is role model. And they're rewarding role model. Just look, when you start rewarding something that does something bad, what do you think is going to happen? Mm-hmm. Everybody wants there. So we are rewarding the wrong people. And I think it's very important to understand that everything ends. Or everything ends in a way because the legacy, a business is a legacy. This business is 80 years old. And this company is 200 years old. So, but the key is like thinking something that will last. I always picture this, okay? I'm going to teach you some things I teach my clients, a lot. So I say, you have to write a letter to your funeral. You have to write a letter when you die. Imagine that letter is going to be opened by your loving wife or your loving kids or someone you love. And that letter, they're going to write and they're going to read that letter. But listen, your wife and your kids know who you are. They know who you are. My wife knows everything. When she wants to make me mad, she knows the spots. They know this. Am I right? You have your. They know the spot. They perfect. They don't need to do nothing. They just do that move. One move, you checkmate. Checkmate. You're done. That's the idea, you know. So I feel like if we understand that pattern of like everything you do, you are becoming you're creating a monster or you're creating a warrior. So that's, I think, is the problem in sports.